adequate number of implants, then creating a staggered alignment of the implants and using wider diameter of implants instead of narrow. Now this staggered arrangement, creating a staggered alignment means, see, there is a arch like this. Okay. From here all teeth are there. All teeth are there, and you wanted to replace this quadrant, suppose. And you have planned for suppose 3 implants, whatever it is. So staggered alignment means don't place implants in a single line. Instead, thoda off center. One implant A side, one implant either, and one implant either.
Why?
Okay?
Why?
Staggered alignment. But to place this staggered alignment of implants, what you need? Bone. Huh? Bone. Good amount of bone. With very difficulty, we are getting bone to place implant in Indian population. And this is staggered alignment. Okay? So it is very rare. You get it in farmers. I had a patient, a farmer. So in that bone width was very good. So in that I could do this. Otherwise only in books. Not possible. Okay? The implant or the bone quantity is very less compared to the Western population.
Sir, in this type of cases, if you give prosthetic, the masticatory force distributor will be different, no, sir? Will it-
Masticatory, the prosthesis will be as per the occlusion, as per the opposing arch. Because prosthesis is single. You can design as per the occlusion. Okay? Only access hole will be in that positions. One lingual, one buccal, one lingual, one buccal. This slide is like, he showed you, right, last time? Impression transfers, closed tray impression transfer, open tray impression transfer. Yes. So, you need to imagine, okay? This is slightly, you have to imagine. Shall I continue? Most common failures implantology. Which region is you said? Maxillary posterior. So, for me, most common failure. Suppose if the 10 implants have failed in maxillary posterior, maybe 3 to 4 implants could be true implant failures, and other 5 to 6 could be assumed. We thought it is a failure, or we thought it has failed, but actually it is not failed. Okay? I'll tell you. Now, this is a maxillary posterior. In the maxillary posterior, we have placed a implant. In the maxillary posterior, there is a loose trabecular bone. These are the trabeculae which are attached to the implant. We called patient after 3 months. After 3 months, remove the cover screw. Cover screw has come out. Means implant is integrated or not?
It's integrated.
Implant is integrated. Then only
Cover
the cover screw can come out. Otherwise what?
Implant
Along with
will.
cover screw,
With implant.
implant will also come. Okay. Now, as the cover screw is taken out, we need to take impression now. Okay. So there are two different procedures for the impression. One is closed tray impression. This is a closed tray, and that is a
Open tray.
Open tray. See the notches here. The notches are very shallow, but here it is very deep. Tomorrow you will see it in hands-on. Open tray impression transfers. Okay, and closed tray impression transfers. Closed trays are very fast. Like you can place and take an impression just like a normal your tooth impressions. But open tray means it is you have to create holes, retrieval and all. Now for imagine, because open tray was more difficult and time consuming, I will take a closed tray impression. So I will attach this now. What? I will attach this closed tray impression transfer, which will have these two notches. Right? Now over this I am putting my impression material now and taking this is the impression tray. Impression post I have put, okay, and rubber base putty I have placed and the impression. Now I am taking out. So while taking out, what happening? My rubber base putty is there. What? It is locking.
Hmm.
It is getting locked in this. So with some jerk, I have taken the impression. So after taking impression, now I will remove this impression transfer. I will attach it to this. You will come to know tomorrow. Okay, you will be doing the impression transfer and everything. Now after taking the impression, what I will do is I will put a healing cap. I will put a healing cap. Now after a week, the crown comes. Now to put a crown, what I have to do? I have to remove
Healing cap.
healing cap. Now I am removing a healing cap, and along with my healing cap,
Implant will go.
implant is also coming out. Now implant is failed or osseointegrated? 1 week back you said it was successful.
Hmm.
Huh? That's why I done the procedure, right? It was successful. I was able to remove the cover screw. That's why I have taken the impression. Crown is ready. Patient had cleared all the bill because he was going to get the crown today. But when I am trying to remove the healing cap, along with healing cap, implant is also coming. What has happened in these 8 days? Huh? Very commonly happens in the maxillary posteriors. People will take the impressions or they will put a healing cap. Sometimes they have not taken the impression, they have just opened, they have removed the cover screw and they have placed the healing cap. Thought of taking impression at a later after a week. But while removing the healing cap, what could have happened?
Trabecular fracture which were engaging the implant.
Yes.
Because of the force.
Okay. So while removing the impression putty which is engaging the impression transfer notches, there is a minor micro fractures at what? These junctions. Minor fractures. What? Micro fractures. But I was able to do everything that day. Micro fracture has happened. Means still, but implant will not be loose. But after a week or after a few days, what's happening? Bone remodeling, because that micro fracture has to be repaired. So at the time of repair, again there is a bone remodeling. So now it will be slightly loose. Okay. And at this point, my initial days, what happened is many times my other staff, sir, implant failed and they are through. We had asked them to put a crown and they said, no sir, implant failed. I have removed it. Called after 3 months. What we should do here?
You should wait.
And then again, same. Suppose implant is coming out with healing cap. Again, place it back.
Wait for.
There is no failure. Osseointegration was successful. What happened is there is a micro fracture of the trabeculae. Let it heal. Give some time. Wait. Ask the patient to come after 1.5 months. Same healing cap that day you can remove. Actually, the healing cap that day you couldn't remove. But after a month it should become more tighten or something. But no, after a month you try to remove it, the same healing cap you can remove it. Why? Because the implant is now integrated. Reverse torque should be there, no, inside. So that is happened. So in such cases, there is no radiolucency around the implant. Huh? You are able to remove the cover screw on the day, means implant was successful. Implant is osseointegrated, no doubt. So, if it is happening after 8-10 days because of your procedural problems, you need to keep it back along with the healing cap. Wait for 1.5 months, then you can do procedures. To avoid such things, to avoid such failures, use only open tray impressions instead of closed tray impressions. What is the difference in closed tray or open tray? You will realize, you will come to know tomorrow. Because open tray will not exert force, because the impression tray comes along with the impression transfer.
And that happens mainly in maxillary posteriors.
Maxillary posteriors. Because particular pattern is there. Okay? So as far as possible, don't use closed tray transfers in maxillary posteriors. It can create, because you are pulling. You are exerting force on the weak trabecular pattern of the maxillary posterior. Okay? So that is also one of the leading failures.